Welcome to yoga, full body yoga for to strengthen and stretch. So normally anyway, yoga is full body, full mind experience, but this is quite a general practice, focusing on technique and just linking things together, giving you a physical workout, but also benefits obviously for your spiritual, emotional, mental self as well. So I'll keep reminding you, but we will really keep going back to the breath. So whatever your goals are in yoga today, tomorrow, long term, short term, whether it's increased flexibility, mental stability, calmness, inner peace, weight loss, rehab from injury, to strengthen, whatever it is, the breath will optimize your practice and help with all of those things. So if you're thinking, oh, I just want to work on my core and this, I don't need the breath, you do. Okay, you do. And feel free to message and ask me why, and I'll send you essays and essays. But anyway, we're going to start seated. So just any comfortable position. If you need a block or something looks like a block or a cushion underneath your sit bones, then that's fine. And just make sure your weight's even. Notice your tailbone, the weight of the pelvis on the floor. Just take the hands to the floor and allow the legs to drop wherever they are. And then give yourself a small wiggle. So you're wiggling upwards out of the pelvis. The weight of the pelvis takes you down. And you're just lengthening through each vertebrae, finding space right to the crown of the head. Use your hands to gently push downwards just to feel grounded. Close the eyes or gaze softly in front, down and in front. Soften the jaw, soften the shoulders down the back. Allow the chest and heart space to feel open. Notice the breath. Listen to the breath. Notice the quality of the breath. And then breathing smoothly and fully into the belly until you fill up with air, and then slowly exhale fully until you're empty of air. You can keep the hands down or place them on the legs if you prefer. A couple more breaths, so noticing, breathing in fully, gently exhaling fully. Soften through the hips, soften through the jaw. A couple more breaths like this. So you can keep the breath nice and smooth, just like that. And every time I remind you to go back to your breath, that's what I want you to focus on through the practice. If you're used to doing your ujjayi breath, which is cleansing, it's detoxing, it's warming as well, you can do that in your practice, and it's really calming. And if you want to have a go at ujjayi breath, but you're new to it, it's the same as we've just been doing, but with a slight constriction in the throat. So as you inhale through the nose, gently, just slightly constrict so it's audible. Shouldn't feel tense or anything, should feel nice and calm. And as you exhale, try it through the mouth first, as though you're trying to steam up a mirror. You can feel the throat work again like that. In through the nose, steaming up a mirror in front of you. This time, do the same thing, but halfway through I want you to close the mouth and keep doing the same thing through the nose. So breathe in, into the belly, and so as you close the mouth, you'll feel you're doing that same, but with the mouth shut, therefore it gives you that slight constriction, but you're exhaling through the nose. Take some practice, but just have a go, a couple of those. Soft jaw. And again. Should sound like the ocean. It's a soft, gentle sound. Soften the shoulders. Nice. We're going to take a couple of body circles. Take hold of the ankles, feet together. Breathe in, lengthen. Take the body one way. So reaching the chest forwards and then rounding through the back as you exhale. No right or wrong way to do this. So it's finding something that feels nice for your body today. Round, chin to chest as you come forward. Lift the head slightly. Draw the elbows back, the shoulders back, and then navel to spine is going to support your back here and help tone the core muscles. Let's take it the other way. Breathing in forwards. Exhale round. So you're just trying to work with your body, easing into those tight bits, just gently going to warm up before we go quite into an energizing, quite physical flow today. So make any modifications that you need to for your body. Nice. And then from here, breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, draw up through the pelvic floor, navel to spine. Let's come forwards and down gently. Head towards your feet. Couple of big breaths here into the hips and the lower back. Think about your breath. Maybe using the ujjayi breath, maybe having a go, maybe just taking long, smooth, mindful breaths. And then slowly pressing into the tailbone, let's roll it up. We're going to make our way to our hands and knees for some cat-cow. Spread your fingers, or if your wrists are suffering in any way, come onto fists. Gently push into the tops of the toes. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, shoulders back. Cow pose, and then round it up, push into the tops of the feet and the fingers. On an exhale, think about the breath as you inhale. Go with your breath. Exhale, round, working into the core muscles. Couple more of these. Exhale, round. One more, big as you like. And exhale, round. Good. This time as you inhale, take the right leg back, keep it turned in, so lift from the inside thigh arch, and as though you're doing your cat pose, I want you to draw knee to nose or knee to forehead. Squeeze your tummy muscles. Inhale, open, straight leg at the back. Exhale, knee to nose. Two more of these, as big and as smooth as you can. Lovely, warming up through the body. Wonderful for your spine. Last one, inhale, open, arch. Exhale, knee to nose round. Hold it here this time. Stay here. Keep breathing. Keep drawing those tummy muscles in. Push into all 10 fingers, shoulders away from your ears. Hold it. One more breath. And lower. Give your hips a quick wiggle. And your next inhale, take the left leg back. Keep it turned in. Open the chest. Straight leg at the back. Push into the tops of the right foot. Tops the top even. Exhale, round. Knee to nose. And again. Inhale, lengthen. Mindful movement, make every tiny movement count, not forcing the body, but using the body, optimizing its strength, its flexibility, and your determination. One more. Inhale, open. Breathing, exhale, round, holding it this time, clawing into the fingers, gently pushing into the top of the right foot. Hold it, squeeze your core muscles round through the back. Another breath. And then lower the knee, have a quick wiggle or a hip circle, whatever you feel like you need to do here. Okay, we're going to go into like a kneeling warrior 3 revolve moon pose. We're going to do those later on, so just to practice. So we're going to start by taking our right leg out behind us, just on the mat. So a little calf stretch here. You can roll forwards and back on the toe if that feels nice. Okay, stretching through the toes. Now engage your core. Don't let the right hip lift. You can lift that right foot off the floor from the inside. So turn it inwards. Think little toe down to the floor. Inside thighs are touching. Hug your outer hips in towards each other. Pull up your pelvic floor and draw your tummy muscles in. Hold it here. Okay. From here, I want you to take your left hand to your waist. Keep breathing. Keep that right leg nice and straight. Hold your core. We're going to start to open slightly the left shoulder if you can and look towards the left side. So you might stay here, or you might be able to open that arm, start to open the chest. Big twist here, and breathe. Exhale, lower the arm, lower the leg. Let's try on the other side. Nice, quite an intense posture. Left leg goes back. So again, rocking forwards and back, stretching out through the toes, through the lower leg. Find stillness, then push into the top of the right foot, push into the hands, engage your core, really draw that navel in, lift the pelvic floor. Now lift the left leg from the inside, keep it straight, turn it in. Breathe. Nice strong breath here. Take your right hand to your waist, hold it here. Start to open the right shoulder if it feels okay. Keep the left leg up, keep the left leg straight, keep the core muscles engaged. Don't force the back here, find space on an inhale. Maybe open the right arm, find length, calm on an exhale. One more breath here. Hold it it as you inhale. Slowly lower as you exhale. Again, have a little movement in the hips through the upper body here. Maybe round and round one way, round and round the other way. Really good work. And then curl the toes, lift the knees, hover. Again, draw the pelvic floor up, navel to spine, breathe. Slowly, claw into 10 fingers, start to take your weight back, back, back. Get your torso towards your thighs, press into all 10 fingers and relax your head. If at any point in down dog, or if at any of the postures you need to lower the knees, take child's pose, by all means do that, otherwise breathe with me. Start to send the hips up, pull up the pelvic floor, draw your navel in. Now check in with your lower ribs, are they just hanging out? Hug them down, hug them towards your belly button, keep that contraction in the abs. Round your elbows out and under to get an opening through the upper body. Okay, I want you to look at your fingers, little down dog technique here, and come onto your fingertips if that feels okay. What this will do is make you take your weight further back. Now really pull the hips up using your lower abdominals, start to take the weight back. Stay on the fingers, take the head back, stay on the fingers if you can, and then slowly place the hands back down, but keep the weight lifted out of the wrist. Breathe fully into the nose, tension to the breath. Breathe in, and as we exhale, I want you to keep the hands and feet where they are, round through the upper back, navel to spine, come forward to plank, or if you need to lower the knees, take tabletop, otherwise you're in plank. Inhale, push it back, take the weight out of the hands. Strong core for this, opening through the spine as we exhale, round through to plank. 2 more like this, inhale, pull it back. Open the shoulders, send the heels down. You can keep your knees soft if you need to. Exhale to plank. Push the mat away. 1 more, make it count. Inhale up. Exhale, round to plank. Hold it in plank. If you need to lower the knees, lower them. Hug your elbows in. We're going to go down halfway and hover. Breathe. Keep the elbows in. Hover, hover, hover. And lower down. Forearms down, push into the forearms, lift the chest, sphinx pose, engage your legs, stretch your toes, press your pubic bone down, pelvic floor is lifted, breathe. Open the heart space. Find your ujjayi breath or your long, calm, soothing breath. Lower down, hands under your shoulders, find your optimal cobra, so it might be baby cobra here, or you can lift a bit higher, shoulders are down. Gently move the head side to side to check there's no tension in the neck. 1 more inhalation here. As you exhale, curl the toes, use your core, send it back, downward dog, 2 breaths. Lift the hips high, pull out of the hands, lengthen the spine. Okay, we're going to try a couple of hops here. Bend the knees, hop the legs forwards towards the hand, hop them back to down dog. And again, hop forwards, hop back to down dog, and hop forwards and back to down dog. Once more, forwards and hold. Inhale, lift up, flat back. So your flat back might be here with the fingertips on the floor, in which case wonderful, or it might be hands up the shin, in which case also wonderful. Wherever you are, hold it. Find length. Reach your tailbone back, crown of the head forwards. On your next exhale, we're going to go into our Surya Namaskara. So push into the feet, inhale, lengthen, exhale, hands to prayer. Open the hands for Tadasana, mountain pose. Send your tailbone down, lift through the legs. Notice the legs engaged, navel to spine, lift from the crown of the head. Feel grounded through the feet, push down through the feet, and feel light lifted in the upper body. Breathing. Breathing in. Find length. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to do this 4 times. This is the first of 4. Inhale, lengthen to your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step or jump to plank. Hold for a breath. If you need to lower the knees, no problem. Now hug your elbows in. Lower halfway. Take a breath. Squeeze your core muscles. You can lower the chest, lift the cobra, or straight through. Find your chaturanga. Pushing into the hands and feet, roll through the toes, send it back, down dog. Breathe here. Breathing fully. Inhale the right leg up, hug both hips in towards each other as you do this. And then draw slowly knee to nose, hold it, squeeze knee to forehead or nose, tummy muscles in, hips are high. Step the right foot between the hands. Lower the back knee, push into both feet. Inhale, lift the arms. Squeeze your core, shoulders down. Breathe, crescent lunge. Open the heart space. Open the hip. Exhale, lower the hands. Curl the toes, step it back all the way to plank or tabletop. Hold it here. Breathe. Exhale, lower halfway. Hug the elbows in. And then take it through. Cobra or upward facing dog. Push into the hands and feet as you exhale. Send it back, downward facing dog. Pull the hips up, pelvic floor lifts. Inhale, left leg up. Now slowly drawing that knee in. Hold it for a breath. Step the left leg between the hands, lower the right knee. Inhale, lift up, shoulders down. Crescent lunge. Enjoy this. Feel the stretch, the openness. Couple of full breaths here. Notice your breath. On your next exhale, lower the hands. This time we're going to step the right foot in. Find your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Push into the feet. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to prayer. And again, if you want to add a little back bend at the beginning here, you can. Squeeze the buttocks to protect your lower back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Step or jump to plank. Pressing out into the mat here, hold for a breath. Remember, you can lower your knees at any time, no problem. Hug the elbows in, lower halfway and breathe. Your choice. Roll through your vinyasa or take it up to upward facing dog or cobra like I'm doing, shoulders down. Curl the toes, send it back, down dog. Take a breath here. Same thing, inhale, right leg up. Exhale, round, a little bit quicker this time. Step the foot between the hands, keep the back knee up if you can. Inhale, lift the arms, high lunge, shoulders down. Breathe here, 2 breaths. Draw the arms back, the heart space forwards, relax the jaw. Pushing into both legs evenly, lifting through the pelvic floor. Exhale, lower. Step the right leg back to plank. Take a breath here. On your next exhalation, lower halfway and take a breath. Find your vinyasa or take it to cobra. Pushing up, roll through the toes. Downwards facing dog. Take a breath here, full breath. Notice it. On your next inhale, left leg up. Lift, 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 and then exhale, step it between the hands. Keep the right knee up. Straighten right leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend a bit deeper. Shoulders are down. Strong legs, strong core. Find space in the upper body. Exhale, down. Step the right leg in. Find your flat back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Push into the feet, inhale up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Once more, inhale, lift up. Slight back bend if you like. Exhale, forward fold, navel to spine. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Step or jump to plank. Take a breath here. Vinyasa or find your cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take 1 breath here. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through between the hands. This time, plant your left foot down. And we're going to take our right hand just in front of our right ankle and straighten both legs if you can. And we're going to start to unravel to our triangle. So opening, opening, opening. Shoulders are down. Take your left hand to the waist like we did on the floor. Now push into both legs. Check that they're nice and straight, especially the big toe mound. Watch you're not arching. So the opposite of arching, I want you to slightly lengthen your tailbone away from you as though you're tucking it under, but with lots of length. Now lift through the pelvic floor. Lengthen the right side of your body as much as you can, so not collapsing. Lengthen, lengthen. Don't mind if this right hand's come up the shin like mine was here. Some of you will stay here, some will come up, no problem. Find your breath. Good. If it feels okay, you can look up. Maybe reach the left arm up. If not, look straight ahead. Shoulders down. Try not not to touch the leg. Just take your right hand so that you're using your core away from the leg if you can. Breathe, notice your breath. Push into both legs. Inside thighs should be working. Lift the inside thighs, engage the core. Keep that tailbone lengthening down, opening through your psoas. If you want a deeper stretch, you've got 2 more breaths. Maybe bring the left arm overhead towards your ear. Breathe fully. We're going to take Ardha Chandrasana next, which is our half moon. So look down to the right foot. This one's a bit more of a challenge. Place your fingertips on the floor. And we're going to come and take our weight onto our right leg. So you're here. Now you can just stay here and start to straighten the right leg. Otherwise, lift the left leg a bit higher and open the chest. Engage that core. Keep that feeling of lengthening your tailbone towards your left heel. Keep both legs straight. Breathing fully. Maybe you can look up towards your left hand. I don't think you can see my head. I think I've cut myself off. But you get the idea. Breathe fully. Use your core. Wonderful. Stay there. I'm going to come back into shot. Now then, we're going to take revolve triangle, just like we did on the floor. So from here, we're going to lift your body into warrior 3 with control. Take your time, breathe. You have to be mindful with this. Arms out to the side, straighten both legs. Now your left leg is up at the back. Lower your left hand down and start to open the right arm, revolved. Push the left heel away, draw navel to spine, draw the shoulders back and breathe. If this is too much, take your left toes to the floor like so and bend your front knee as much as you need to. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Find your breath in these challenging postures. 2 more full breaths here. We've got this. And then exhale, the right arm comes down. We're going to step straight back to plank. Take a breath here. When plank feels like a rest, you know you're doing well. Slowly lower down halfway and breathe. And then inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, push it back, downward facing dog. Doing awesome. Lift the hips using the lower abdominals. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it between the hands. Okay, I'm going to come this way for you. So we're going to open to our triangle. Place your right foot down on the floor, toes facing forwards. Left hand comes in front of the leg. Right hand's going to go to our hip. And we're going to start by straightening both legs. If you need to bring the arm up, that's fine. Open the chest. Think right shoulder back, left shoulder forwards. Send your tailbone down. Find length. Lift the quadriceps, lift the inside thighs, engage both sides of the body, find length through both sides, not just the right side. Lift the right arm if that feels okay and breathe. So feel that pull, remember hands away from the leg if you can, through both sides of the body, through the whole of the chest, so reaching out in both sides. Full breath here. Pushing into both feet evenly. Listening to your breath. If you want to go deeper, maybe you can take it down as long as the right shoulder's not coming forwards. Maybe take that right arm overhead. Soften the face. And then when you're ready, right hand goes to the hip. We're going to bend, take our left hand to the floor. Start to play around here. Even if you're not doing this, just have a go. See where you get to. Half moon pose. Send your right foot out. Open the right shoulder. Breathing fully. Maybe take the right arm up. Maybe look up. Wherever you are, use your core. This is your stability. Keep that tailbone lengthening. Keep your lower ribs hugging in towards your navel. Breathe and lift the pelvic floor. Smile wherever you are. There's a quote in yoga that says there's no greater surrender than falling over. So if you're falling out of this, it's very humbling. Okay, let's take our time. I might fall over now. Engage your core. Let's take it to warrior 3 with the arms out to the side. Hug your outer hips in. Draw your navel towards your spine. Lengthen your right toes back. Breathe. Take the right hand down. Keep pushing that right leg back. Lengthen your spine so that you can find enough length to twist open that left arm. Revolved half moon. Now notice your breath. Breathe fully. Soften the face. Use your core. Engage the legs fully. One more breath. And again, lower the left hand, step it back to plank. This is our last flow for today, so stay with me. Push the mat away and breathe. Lower halfway, take a breath. And then roll it through. Find your downward facing dog. One breath here. And then lower your knees. Let the big toes touch and sit back for an extended child's pose. Surrender down completely. Soften through the body. Hold it there. Should feel really nice. As you have a little rest here. Wonderful. And then pushing into the hands and feet, we're going to come up. We're just going to work the upper body and the abs a little bit before we go into a more stretchy section. So come onto the forearms, elbows under shoulders, hands are in front. We're going to push into the forearms, curl your toes and send your hips high. So it's like, this is dolphin, it's like down dog, but we're on the forearms instead. So try not to come away from your elbows, shoulders in line with elbows, using the pelvic floor. Walk the feet in as close as you can. And then gaze towards the ankles. Breathe. So don't allow your head to get too close to the floor. So you're pushing, you're using shoulder strength and also shoulder flexibility for this. Feet are together. Core muscles are lifting the hips up. 2 more breaths here. And now we're going to lift one leg up on an inhale and hold. Keep pushing into the forearms. Slowly lower the leg. Take the other one up for 1 breath. Keep the hips hugging inwards. And lower. And now we're going to walk the feet back to our plank, on forearm plank, shoulders away from ears, breathe, hug the abs in, and then walk the feet back in. We'll do this twice more, okay, then we're done with forearms, walk it back to plank, breathing. Notice your breath, walk it forwards, close as you can. Once more, back to plank, nice. All the way back up. Lower the knees, palms facing up by the feet, feet together, knees together this time if you can, if that's comfy. Oh, if not, give yourself space and lower down to Balasana. Full surrender. Notice your breath and notice how you feel. Pushing into the tops of the feet, rolling up. Nice, a couple of big shoulder rolls here. And then, just for a quick stretch, fingers facing you, slowly lower your wrists, your palms down, draw the chest forward, the shoulders back, opening through the forearms. Full breath. And then release. And then for sitting, going to work on our core here. So let's all start on our toes and get our core engaged while I talk you through some of this. So squeeze, lift up through the pelvic floor, navel to spine. Lift the legs just off the floor. You can keep the hands here if you like. So you can keep the legs here or even on the floor as we come into our twist section. If you're getting any discomfort in the back, then you'll need to do that. You need to maybe take the hands down for support and maybe work with the feet closer to the floor, if not on the floor. If you're not getting any discomfort in the back, then you should be fine to keep going, just using the core. Okay, so we're here. If it's okay, and take hands behind the head, elbows open. So we don't want to curl the upper body here. Elbows open, squeeze the core. Slowly, mindfully, left elbow, right knee. Inhale, center. Exhale. So we're going slow. working through the whole of the abdomen, the obliques, the lower belly, under the ribs, the diaphragm. Exhale, twist. Inhale back. 8 more. For 8. Slowly and mindfully, much more effective. 7. Chest open, elbows open. 6. So it's not about pulling the elbow in, it's twisting from the navel. 4 more. 4. 3. Exhale fully, inhale fully. Exhale fully and twist for the last 2. 1. We're going to go over and hold this time. Open the arms, stay there, shoulders down for 4. Breathing fully. 2, 1. Over to the other side, then open the arms, squeeze the core for 4 slow counts. 4 Lisa counts, navel to spine. And then release. Nice work. Extend the hands forward. Hands are behind with the fingers facing forward, and we're going to push up, shoulders down, lift the hips, squeeze the legs together. If it feels okay, drop the head back. Flash dance moment. Squeeze the buttocks. If this is too much for anyone, you can walk the feet in and do this. Bent legs, less pressure on the back. Exhale down. Nice. We're going to have a quick arm balance. Just clicking something off my screen. Thank you. For some arm strength, and then move into a more stretchy section. So, let's have a little go. Bear with me. I usually start these arm balances and people just go, can't do that. Don't. We've got this, okay? You've got to start somewhere. So we're going to start with the legs crossed. And all I want you to do is push into the hands. You can either do this on your fingertips if your wrists are sore, or even coming onto your fists, okay? So work out what feels best for you. So you could just push forward, just lift the bottom, but stay on the feet. So you're using your core, think core muscles, so lifting your core and pushing into the arms. Using your core to lift the hips off the floor. Keep the feet down if you need to, yeah? So rocking up. You might be able to take the feet up. We're going to do 8, okay? So 8, 7. You might be able to take the feet forwards. That's even harder. 6. Exhale for 5. 4. Maybe change across the legs if you want to. 3, 2, 1. Lower down. If anyone does lotus, you can have it. It's actually easier to lift yourself off the ground in lotus position, just because you're much more compact. If you wanted to have a go at that. I'm going to have a quick go at firefly, just for fun. I'm going to face the corner so you can see both angles. So for this one, we take our hands inside, and then they're going to go behind the feet, and it's as though you're squeezing your arms, your upper arms with your legs. So draw your core muscles in, and then it's about lifting the hips, using your tummy muscles, edge the feet forwards, and then you might start to straighten one leg, maybe the other, maybe both. Wherever you are, breathe. Core muscles working. Have a play. And you can either lower down like I did or come forwards out of it. Firefly. Release the wrists. Arm balances are good because we generally struggle with those more in yoga, and you have to be mindful because you're thinking, do this, do that, do this, do that. I think they're fun. Exhale forwards. Just like we did in the beginning. Have a little stretch here. And then roll it up. We're going to take our legs out to the side. We're going to stretch in second position. Now, if your pelvis is slightly posterior, so you're tucked under and you can't sit up here, put a cushion or a blanket or anything underneath your hips to lift you so that you can feel your spine straight at the bottom. That's really important. Optimize your, I don't need that, stretch. Take the legs out. So, going to start with active legs. Flex your toes, push the legs down, take the right arm up, 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 shoulders are down, big stretch over. Breathing. Fully here. Both sit bones are down. Now rotate and stretch over that left leg, head towards the knee this time. Softening down, keep the right buttock down. Breathing fully into the belly. Slowly lift up, no rush. This time pressing especially into that left leg as you lift the left arm up and over. Stretch over towards the right foot. Keep the chest towards the ceiling and breathe fully. Notice where you feel restricted. Breathing into those areas. Expanding and finding space. On your next exhale, take the left hand down and then head down towards your knee. Notice the breath. Soften the face. Soften the head. And then lifting up. Walking the hands forwards again, pressing both legs down. Keep the toes drawing towards your shins so they're active. And breathe. Wherever you are, find stillness. Notice your breath. Now relax the legs fully, don't move the body, so no need to flex the feet anymore, just let the legs just fall as they fall. Walk the hands in. And then bring the legs in. We're going to come back to our hands and knees. Take your right leg forwards this time, back into our low lunge. So if you're not feeling a hip stretch, then do shimmy that left knee back a bit. Okay, a couple of options here for a thigh stretch. You can either lift the chest, push into your left foot and lift the left arm up to open through your thigh, your hip, your psoas here. Maybe take the right hand to the floor, that might feel nice. For some of you, you might take your left hand down and again, if there's any discomfort in the knee, don't do this. Take your right hand back and take hold of your take hold of your left foot, sorry. And you get a little bit of a twist here as well. So you're either here as I am, I'm going to hold this for a few breaths, or you can take like a nice open side stretch, upper body stretch as well here, but really focusing on that left hip, psoas and quad. Draw the shoulders away from the ears wherever you are, breathing fully. And whichever position you're in, think open across the heart space and across the throat. One more breath. Slowly lower that left leg. And now we're going to flex our right foot, soft knee, head down towards the leg, hug the right hip back, runner's lunge. Nice. Breathing fully. If anyone wants to try, so you can stay as you are. If anyone wants to practice their splits here, you can indeed lower down, head down towards the knee for the last full breath. And then pushing up from wherever you are. We're going to take pigeon pose. So take your right heel across to the other side of the mat and then lowering the hips down. Again, if anyone gets knee discomfort, you can either lower down here. If you get knee discomfort, then you can do this on your back by taking your right ankle over the left thigh and drawing the legs towards you instead. And you'll feel it in the right hip. But if your knees are fine and this feels good, then pigeon's an awesome, awesome hip opener, hip release. It works through the whole of the hip. So find your way forwards. Make sure the hips are square. Soften through the body. What you don't want to be is on one side. So we're here. Couple of really nice, full, nurturing breaths here. Notice if you're gripping anywhere. Maybe go back to the ujjayi breath. Breathing into tension. And then slowly unravel. pushing into the hands. I'm going to change feet. In your own time, bring the left leg through. Take your right leg back as much as you need to feel a hip opener. Start on the fingertips. Lifting the body. Engage the pelvic floor so we're not collapsed. So we might lift that right arm up. Keep pushing into the top of the right foot. That's key to getting a good stretch through the whole of the quad and hip. Maybe take your left arm down. Maybe open. Have a play with this. That might feel really nice. You can move around. Some of you might want to take hold of your foot with your left hand, opening the chest. Wherever you are, breathe. You can find stillness, or maybe you want to move slowly, gently. Whatever your body tells you or feels like it needs to do is probably right, so do listen to it. Breathing. Just watching a little blue tit eating on my patio door. Just there, there's a little box full of bird food and he's munching away. Just lovely. Breathe. Slowly release on an exhale. Flex your left toes. Keep the knees soft. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Head to knee. Draw your left hip back. Draw your navel in. Hold it here, or if you did it on the other side, I urge you to do it on this side as well, even if one prefers side to the other. Take splits if you want to. If not, stay as you are. Head to knee. How's your breath doing? Slowly make your way to pigeon. So we're going to take our left heel across the mat, this time to the right side. Lower the hips. Remember, you can do this on your back. Left ankle over right thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Soften the hips. Release any subconscious gripping. Breathing in, finding space. Taking all that oxygenated blood to the muscles, to the organs. Full exhalation. Slight restriction in the throat for your ujjayi breath if you can, if that feels comfortable. If not, just breathe in a nice, calm, long, full, smooth way that feels good. Slowly unravel. Come back to the knees. And we're going to take a little back bend here. A couple of options. So hands are going to go into the small of the back. Squeezing your buttocks, lift through the pelvic floor. Squeeze the elbows together. Start by pulling the chest forwards and up, allowing the head to drop back. Squeeze your buttocks and your pelvic floor to support your lower back. If that's enough, stay there. Some of you might be able to take your hands back to your feet and then push the hips, the chest, everything forwards as though someone's pushing you, your spine from your lower spine all the way up to the neck, pushing it forwards, gripping onto the heels, breathing into the front body for 2 full breaths here. Nice uplifting back bend. To come out of it, take the hands to the lower back, engage your core, slowly come up to neutral, and then lower down to the knees. We're going to stretch through the spine now with rabbit pose, and I would suggest that you watch this before you do it, because there's nothing worse than trying to curve your spine whilst doing your neck this way, and you'll have a stiff neck tomorrow. We do L shapes, lobster hands, to take hold of our heels, chin to chest. I'm going to do it quite quickly, so hold your attention. When you take your forehead to the floor, only about 10% of your weight goes on the forehead there. You pull on your heels, and you lift your hips as high as you can. So there's no weight in my head. So we'll try it all together. L shapes, take the heels, feet and knees are together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chin to chest. Keep that navel to spine. Roll down. Put your head as close to your knees as you can comfortably. Hardly any weight on the head. Now pull your feet as you send your hips as high as you can. Now breathe. As you inhale, fill your chest And your back, the rib cage at the back, really expand. And then feel it soften and lengthen on an exhale. 2 more breaths here. Keep the tummy muscles working. It's quite an intense one. Check in, there's hardly any weight on your head. Expanding on an inhale. Slowly lower the heels and roll it up. Pause here, close the eyes, hands to the thighs, just breathe. Notice how you feel. And then we're going to make our way down onto our backs to finish. So find your way down, keep the knees bent to start with, hands are out to the side, and allow both legs to drop over to the right side, keeping that left shoulder down. If it feels nice, take your right hand to the outside of the left leg, maybe look over the left fingers, a passive twist. Breathing into the spine here, gentle, gentle. Not gripping anywhere. Completely safe to let go and release. Slowly release the arm if you've got it over, the right arm. Take the legs over to the left. Maybe take the left hand to the right leg if that feels nice to hold them down. Stack the knees, stack the feet. Maybe look over the right hand. Breathe. Draw back to centre. Bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to drop out. The hips to soften. Lift the chest slightly, take the shoulder blades underneath, lower. As you lower, draw the chin towards the chest. There's no pressure on the neck. Take one hand to the belly, one to the chest. Gentle pressure on the belly, gentle pressure on the chest. And we're just going to soften the face. Breathe fully still. And just notice. Notice the body. It's a really restorative posture to finish with. So feel the hands rise as the air goes into the belly or into the chest. Just a small, gentle movement. And soften as you exhale. You can stay like this or allow the arms to drop out to the side if you prefer. The eyes closed. Just take a couple of moments just to fully release. Feel supported. Feel the earth coming up to support, hold your body. Maybe repeating to yourself, I am supported. Or I am strong. Or anything of your choice. Slowly close the left leg over the right, coming onto your right side. Take a breath. And then drawing yourself up to lotus or cross-legged pose. From shoulder roll if you like. Maybe gently take the head one side and the other. And then we're going to interlace the fingers. Push them forwards, shoulders are down, chin to chest. Gently stretching through the shoulders and the back of the neck. joining in this practice. Take a breath in. Exhale to prayer. Namaste.